We're live. Do you want to do the intro first?
We can do that.
Okay.
Let's see if I can.
Go ahead and play the music.
No, no, no. Okay, yes. Okay. No, no, they will. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome, everybody. It's Friday.
Yay.
We have an incredible show for you. Sonic Safari. What is a Sonic Safari? We will tell you in a bit. As soon as the chat room gets nice and full. Hey, Bert Simmons. Hey, how you doing, buddy? We have a surprise for you. It's almost like a joke, like a punchline, because we've got my former rock and roll drummer, my current jazz drummer, and I'm kind of a drummer, so I don't know what the punchline is, but if you get three drummers in a room, what do you get? Something with time. I don't know.
Right.
You all remember Walt Bush? See, use the other hand, yeah. We're getting that little close. We are actually in the lounge together. I'm glad you're doing good, Bert. We literally are in the lounge together. We're trying to stitch it all together, and you guys know we look like we're together, but this time Walt is in the house, literally, in the lounge of sound. Hey, can you hear me right now?
Yeah. We are
Okay,
live.
cool.
We're good.
We're sharing a mic. Okay.
I'm very close with Los.
We are very close with Los, and he's trying to rhyme out here.
Close with Los in the Lounge of Sound.
That's right.
Every Friday at 5.
Right. Get your dose of Los.
Dose.
Get your dose of Los, and it might be too close in the Lounge of Sound at 5 on Fridays.
All right. And that's your punchline. What happens when you get too many drummers?
That.
Start picking on the guitar player. Time warp.
Oh, guitar player jokes. Let's do it.
Do it. Go for it. All right. Get your yayas, guys. Come on.
So how was y'all's week? You y'all's.
Go for it. You y'all.
Just working hard, doing what everybody else is doing. You know, living the COVID dream. You know, what are you going to do?
By the way, just for your reference, D is sitting behind you, right?
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm over your left shoulder.
You're over your left shoulder. Yeah, that's where D
Yep.
is. Can you see him? No, okay. There you go. That's great. By the we're not gonna call it magic because we don't believe in magic. But what do we call it? The OSB
Science.
science. Through the science, the technical know-how, we are being stitched together on the Lounge of Sound, and so it's taking my friend here a little bit of time for him to see. I'm showing him what we look like
Oh, wow.
live.
Okay.
So all three of us are sitting here in the lounge, and I hope you guys are sitting in the lounge. I'm not going to ask, but you can tell if you want what you have for your snack and your beverage, but I'm not going to ask you to tell on yourself, if that makes any kind of sense, being abstract here. So we're hoping you guys are having a fantastic Friday. You guys, I hope, are no longer driving home. and you're being safe. If you are driving, please be safe out there. So I'm just trying to be Big Brother Lowe's here, but I want everybody to be safe because you know what they say, right? Be safe because it won't kill you.
I was going to tell everybody to drive fast, take chances.
Oh, there you go.
Know, that sort of thing, right? But
drive chance.
the opposite of whatever you're saying.
Right.
There's two ways of living.
All right.
And something in between.
Right, you're going way too slow.
So you said you've been doing a lot of work. Just regular working?
Just regular working.
How's the drums doing?
Drums are good. The drums are good. You know, I fight with the drums every now and again, but I'm loving the drums right now. I miss playing out.
And I miss my mustache right now.
Do you?
Because yours is killer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeesh.
Looks like you're about to rob a train and tie someone to the tracks.
Perfect.
I love it.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
What about
Yeah.
He's got
Over there.
yeah, with a beard. What do you think? You look like you're a dastardly guy. So what about him?
I don't. He's probably the wise man. Who's
No,
sing
I get
everybody.
lumberjack all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
Lumberjack? I guess you kind of are a lumberjack. Can I put you in the right shirt? You would be
Yeah.
in a hatchet or something.
I also get. Have you ever seen Seven Wives for Seven Brothers?
It's been a while. I'm not going to sing a song, but go ahead.
Right. So when I had my bushy beard, my whole family called me Adam, the lead character from that.
Okay.
Yeah. Bless my beautiful hide wherever they
That's
may be.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Cracks everybody
Came
up.
up
great.
with a baritone. That's good. Hey, that sounds pretty good, Diana. What is it? Decade coffee with caramel macchiato creamer. That does sound yummy.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that you want me on any macchiato creamer thing right now. I'm on no caffeine right now, so if you put me on a little bit of caffeine, I'm sure this show would get a lot of fun.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, not too close to me.
Not too right.
Don't drink too close to me.
Don't sing so close to me. Should we start off the show without boring too many people? Two people, the audience.
The audience. Let's
we
do
want
it.
to?
Yeah, let's get
Let's do
into
it.
it.
All right, this is called High Life. Let's see what's up with that. It's in G major. That's all I know.
Oh, great.
That could have gone and gone and gone. So I was like, yeah, that's about it.
Oh man.
That felt like an early 90s Caribbean jam that you would hear out of like Captain Ron. And I love that.
Oh,
Captain Ron
are you biting my guitar? This is Joy, by the way, guys. This is Joy, and I got corrected last week because we didn't introduce. I forgot which one of the girls, and I got a message saying you need to start telling the girls' names or else we're gonna tell on you. Okay. I think you guys are taking it a little too far. It started as a joke, and now they're taking off. So Algenia is saying sounds a little like Congo and Tanzania. What's up, Isela? Hello, Algenia. Hello, Diana. Hello, Bert Simmons. I'm glad you guys made it out for this week's Friday. And, well, I might as well tell you why we were calling it Sonic Safari, because I kind of forecasted that we were going to have some drummers here, and things are going to get interesting. We will be working this winter on, what is it again, Dustin? Or D? What? We will be writing and recording the entire winter. An album, yeah. And so these gentlemen, I don't know if this is the first time that my other partner in crime is here listening, so I wanted him to hear it straight from the horse's mouth and not through the rumor mill. We will be doing some recording, guys.
We're going to be working on some singles, and then we'll focus on making like a 4-track EP, and then we'll make a 7 and 9-track LP come out. And
are you okay with that?
Yeah, it sounds great. I'm excited about doing it. I like recording. We haven't done that in a while.
I figured we might as well get some commitments here.
Don't put me on the spot or anything.
And we have so
Just
many
can't
great feature artists that we can bring in for the record based on who we've had on the show already. Some great sax players, some great guitar players, some vocalists, some spoken word artists. There's so many things we can do with it, especially with the community we've built with the Lounge of Sound and the Foundits. So it's exciting, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to get a lot of fun, man. Hey, by the way, we will be having some special guests coming. Next week's, we still have to confirm. We've got another person from the Detroit area. The Motown connection continues, guys. So that's 6 degrees of separation from our past guest, which was Dwight Benyard. And that was an incredible show. He sang a lot of the classic hits from Motown. And then we will be taking a little hiatus for a couple of weeks just because. If you know, then you know.
It's always good to take a break.
Absolutely.
Absence make the heart grow fonder, right?
And so does turkey and ham and all the good food.
And absinthe. Absinthe makes the heart
makes
grow
the heart
fonder.
grow fonder. I like that.
I like that.
My wife likes absinthe.
Really?
Yeah, she loves it.
Absinthe.
That's great.
And then, yeah. And then in January, we will be having, I'm going to go ahead and say your names, guys. Okay, if I don't say your names, I'll just say your initials. Initials start with Caleb Jackson and Deborah King.
Hey.
Gonna have you guys come over in January, and we are working on some incredible stuff. We're writing and doing a couple of other things. Caleb, I'm talking to you, buddy. I hope you come through. You know, I know you're coming from far, from the Carolinas, but that's okay, buddy, because it's on Zoom. So, and then hopefully in February we're gonna try to reschedule some country music with Bruce Meyer, and then we'll have some fingerstyle guitar with Mr. Kennedy Santos. So we're really looking forward to a sonic safari. We will be exploring the outer reaches of music, not just one genre, but every genres.
Every genres.
Every genres.
Perfect.
Plural of genres. Yeah. We were talking about that, right, D, about the Sonic Safari?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to elaborate?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, leave you hanging. All right. So somebody asked me, and a couple of us, why is it that you don't pick a genre or a style? And it's quite simple. We don't have to.
Yep.
Right? If you enjoy all good music, which I think we've all talked about that, you just don't enjoy all good music, why just settle on some parameters, right? If you take two words that rhyme, You choose bend or wind. Which one gives you freedom? Right? So you choose your how specific you want to be. And if you don't have to choose, then it's very inclusive. And so that's what the Lounge of Sound is we're going to be chilling to different kinds of lounge. Sit and relax listening to everything from Afrobeat to country, blues, jazz, flamenco, reggae. I don't know. I can't think right now. Right now, that was High Life, and that's Ghana. A friend of mine went and stayed there for 6 months, came back, mind blown, and he studied music for a long time. But international, as Algenia says, is better. And as Diana Reed says, variety is the spice of life. I can say variety or variety.
Who's a variety?
It is a spice of life.
And I'm a big proponent of that, not just in music and everything, right? Like, why would you ever want to box yourself in? Just don't do it. Like, when people ask what I do, I say, whatever you need, because I'll do anything. My job doesn't define me, right? My 8 to 5 is the last thing I think of when I think of who I am. And a lot of people get into that box of, like, I'm a school teacher, but truly, like, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? And just go for it and do it. Life's too short to not do everything you want to do.
Yep. Some of us, we choose.
Within reason. I'll put the caveat there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we have our boundaries and our
Right.
It goes without saying. This is a
our
conversation
moral
about-
compass.
We understand
Yes.
where you're coming from.
Moral compass. Yeah, it's not all pointing north. Not all the time.
Out there's like, D-set did it. I'm out.
That's cool. Let's stay a little abstract. That's okay. The gray, coming to the gray area is nice and warm. Just kidding, guys. That was just a joke. But there is something to be said about, way back in the day, we used to travel around the world going to different conventions and whatnot. And it sounded so great to say that you were a citizen of the world, right? Where are you from? I'm a delegate of wherever I'm at. But, that's just where I live at that moment, right? But a citizen of the world is you're accepting foods, music, culture, language. I mean, it's an incredible thing, right? And so if you ask me, what are you? I'm a musician. Sometimes I feel like playing guitar. Sometimes I feel like playing, bass or singing. But then again, when I'm around these guys, I don't feel like playing drums. I'm just like, there's somebody better. So, but you know what I'm saying? So why pick a genre? I am a musician. What are you, Walt?
I'm a drummer. We're not real musicians, right?
No, come on. All right, so I said that with joke too many times. 3 musicians and a drummer.
Right.
Yeah, I know. That was just a joke, a bad one too. But you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about the lounge is that we're not wanting to be exclusive. We're wanting to be inclusive with our choices of music. And we're going to try to broaden our horizon. And so people will be explaining to me things that I don't know. We do have musicology and history and appreciation of music, but there are things that I haven't experienced. For example, tomorrow I will be part of a lip sync battle. I don't even karaoke, so what is a lip sync battle? I'm going to find out. And then next Friday, I'm going to bring the host to explain to me what just happened. Because some of us are not musicians and we wonder, how can I have music in my life? Well, there are different ways to express yourself, right? So that's what you have looking forward to next Friday. They will explain to me what is a lip sync battle.
I don't know.
And what is karaoke. It's not a quarter. It's not a, what do you call it? Currency from another country. All right. Somebody's commenting, Marie Wilder, for example, when you go and see George Benson, you're expecting smooth jazz, not country or rock and roll. Just a thought. I understand. But Mr. George Benson, I'm sorry to tell you, Marie Wilder, he does not like it when you call him smooth jazz. To him, he's just jazz. Sorry. Yeah. You can ask him yourself. I'm
It sounds like you have.
Yeah, and he got mad. He got real mad.
He got upset. Yeah. But I do like that you guys like lip sync. So yeah, he did say, I am not smooth jazz. Smooth jazz came after me. I was playing jazz, and then somebody told me it was smooth jazz. Well, Mr. George Benson, I feel your pain, because back east, I'm called a smooth jazz guitar player.
Yikes.
I know. And I had to ask somebody, and then my friend, my big brother, Chuck, he's like, so low, smooth jazz is R&B instrumental. And I was like, oh, okay.
Now you know.
Now I know.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
but, you know, so we all get corrected, and we move forward. And speaking of moving forward, I've got Algenia asking for salsa. You got the chips?
I got the guac.
You got the guac? All right. I'll play something similar to salsa. Let's see.
Country western, right?
Country and western.
Tex-Mex.
Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. that is close enough to salsa?
Great.
We're trying. Oh, I read a really interesting comment. Marie Wilder, you know George Benson and you have performed with him before. What is it that you do? Are you a keyboardist, singer, guitar player? Impressive. Whatever it is you do. How and where did you perform with him? Maybe you might want to DM us, and we may want to have you on the show, Marie Wilder.
We might have a spot for you.
We may have a spot for you.
I'd watch that show.
I would too.
I would.
Man, I'd be there.
I might show up.
I might log in.
You might. That's cool. You never know. I mean, we're finding some interesting people here on the lounge. Like I said, I got a couple of phone calls this last weekend, and we got some confirmations of some incredible singers coming. So right now it looks like we're gonna finish off December all guitars. We will be having a wonderful guitar player, songwriter, Eddie Martin, who will be coming in via, what did I tell you? Vancouver,
BC?
British Columbia. Yes, he will be here December 24th, that Friday. So we'll finish off the month with guitars, and then January will be all singers, divas and divos. Oh my. And then we go back into guitars February, and then hopefully we'll have another sax player in March. So I'd have to get that confirmed. But if you are interested, please DM, either go to LosCastroMusic or we'll get you in contact with our producer.
I'll put my email in the chat.
Thank you. Clickety clack. Clickety clack.
Click and clack.
Sounds impressive, buddy. Because I can't. I'm a one finger tapper.
I'm near it. I'm like a 2-finger tapper on each hand.
Two finger. Oh, like the timing. It's like, is that a, what do you call it? A flaming?
Flams, yes.
The flams?
He's doing
The flimmy flams.
Flammy flams. Tippity tap. There
Yeah,
you
and
go.
please, anyone,
All right.
reach out to
Tuners.
DJ Sether at unified.events if you have any interest in booking any of the artists we have on, and anything. We're up. We're about to be doing some live stuff in the future with the restrictions lifting around the world. So definitely summer 2022, spring, summer will bring some great live stuff that we want to get going out here.
pray for that.
I'm going to be working with a local city committee to get some live stuff going in downtown Beaverton.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
And
Marie,
hopefully
thank
we'll
you.
work on some
Yeah,
festivals.
I'll look out for the contact. Thank you, Marie.
Ooh, good job. We may have to, let's see, thanks for answering my question. Okay, very, very cool. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And hopefully we will see each other on a couple of events. My last event of the year, if you go to LosCastroMusic.com, will be tomorrow. You can DM me if you want to join us. But it's a lip sync battle. That will be my last gig of the year outside. And then we will continue the Lounge of Sound until the December 24th, and then we take a couple of weeks off.
Mm-hmm. And I got to break out this question for Marie a little deeper. She says, as a professional musician, I wanted to hear your thoughts on why a certain genre or style is not necessary. Love your music, exceptional musician and singer. I can give a little insight. I think that certain artists, it would benefit to have a certain genre or style if that's what you hone in on, and that's what you want to be known for in the community you want to be a part of. For us, like, we just love all music, and with a musician like Los can play all the music. It's a rare thing to find someone who fits into any genre that they want to, and that is Los. So we just have the benefit of building off of that, being the support musicians for him and going wherever he takes us on that ride. So I definitely see a benefit for artists if they want to find their niche in music with a genre. And how about you, Los? What do you think about that?
I think you were spot on. In fact, I just I have to take off the reverb because we were about to sing a different style. So that's a good example. So Walt and I are from a generation. Marie, I don't know if you're from that, where we grew up wanting to be studio musicians, right?
Absolutely.
We've talked about that. We didn't necessarily want to be going on world tours or anything. We didn't dream of being rock stars. We simply wanted to be musicians who wrote, created, and recorded with other artists. We wanted to be support musicians. And then we all got taken for a ride when we hired a lead singer who is kind of the glue of the group. He's no longer here in this area. He's in Hawaii. But Chris Casale is a wonderful singer-songwriter. And before he left, he asked me if I was planning on looking for another band or if I was going to write music. And he kind of steered me into the singer-songwriter realm. And that kind of opened up other avenues. So when I started writing music, as D-Set is also a writer, I realized that you need different voices. And so if you open your horizons, you can write a lot more material. And then we started collaborating and realized we had so many different avenues that we wanted to explore. And so in those explorations, they started as jam sessions and then got into some serious musicianship. We realized that we wanted to explore the outer reaches, the boundaries. If we played blues, it was progressive blues or fusion. Right? If it was jazz, we were willing to go into Latin or Afro beats. And if we were going into country, we were okay with exploring everything from, Hank Williams Sr. to some of the younger guys now. Nashville has changed directions, and so we are simply trying to adapt, and so we're trying to stay humble, and so a way of staying humble is becoming a utility player. But when you start writing, then you realize, okay, this is why they're so good, and you enjoy them, and you start emulating, but then you also start finding your voice, and then you realize, hey, I like all of this. So we explore it all. I hope that answered your question. I hope I wasn't too abstract there. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for coming. So I hope I answered your question, Marie. But some people have a very unique voice that fits just a certain style, and so if it is a better fit for you to stay in that style, I totally get it, and I support you, in fact. And if you want to come on the show and show us why you chose that one genre or that style, right? We definitely accept and appreciate, and furthermore support it. So if that's your voice, but I'm really interested in hearing you, Marie Wilder.
Mm-hmm. And something that I really appreciate, especially with you two as a group, us three, is the give and take that there is. Like, we've been around each other musically for over a decade, right, in different facets. Walt, you, when we were together as Los and Found, you did the photography for us.
Right.
Los came in and picked you up as his drummer, and I'm like, I have to be a part of this, so I will learn bass. And like, to have this group of musicians who just have the flexibility, humility to do whatever's needed when it's needed is rare. And also why I love playing, because it's not me by myself. I hate playing music by myself. Like, I almost hate it enough to stop. But once I hop in a room with people, it's like, oh, there it is. Like, there's the magic or the science of it, right? Like, that's when it works.
Yeah, Destin, I don't know if you've experienced this with Los. I imagine you have, where you could start a song and it might be rock and roll, and halfway through it's gone Latin. And then maybe at the end it's fused into something else, and that's a unique experience as a drummer, is that flexibility that you can go through all those different styles of music even in one song, and it's very exciting to do, to be in the back and to back that. It can also be really challenging at times where you're like, wow, where is this going? And we just did a time change, and now I'm playing in some offbeat that maybe I'm not quite comfortable with yet. But I don't know if you've ever been with Los. It's like he calls out a song and you're gonna play it.
Yep.
you may not even have heard it.
Yep.
And it's awesome. It's really challenging and a lot of fun.
It is exactly that. It keeps you on your toes. It makes you better at what you do, more agile, and you're just ready to accept whatever's thrown out to you. And Marie, like, if you're a singer-songwriter who is focusing on your craft, makes sense to dive into something particularly. When you start working as a band where you have pieces that are adding to whatever you're doing, then it melds differently and you create this sound that isn't just you, it's them, and then genres can kind of shift in between where everyone's preference is in the moment. So that's what's my favorite part about playing with music with people is you never know where it's going to go at any given time, and that's the best part of it.
Yeah, it's a tribal knowledge, and when you commune like to that level where it's like, I really like that beat, could you slow it down or speed it up, but what if you added a shuffle to that, right, or something
Right.
like that, and so it just changes and it morphs into something else. And I think that's, I mean, for example, this show was actually a great part of an idea of yours, right, D? Because he was listening to a conversation that I had with somebody else, and I would get excited, and he's like, man, we should record your conversations. And so that's how it is. It's somebody could have an idea, and then it germinates with somebody else. You see each other, and you're like, oh, I like that, or I like that. It's just so. I'm really appreciating your unique perspective, Marie, because we're talking about sonic exploration, sonic safari, and that could shift at any given moment. What is a sonic safari, right? We have a unique vision, a mission, and we're going to go there. But then there might be a slight tangent, and then we have to resolve that tangent and come right back, right? If we were playing a bossa nova beat, for example,
Which we do.
right? Yeah. Which we do, and then go into deeper jazz, and then come back to the bossa nova beat, which we do.
Yeah.
So it's just a good example, right? So with that said, I'm going to shift a little gear on you. And because we were already playing some high energy stuff, we're going to play some blues now. Just a couple of weeks back, we played some blues, and they asked me, what do you think is the blues? I'm going to let you hear this and then tell me if you don't think that this person represents blues and all its best. And I hope I give him some kind of credit. So here we go. Do him good. Gone. Thrill is gone away. Thrill is gone, baby. Thrill is gone away. You know you done me wrong, baby. You'll be sorry someday. Thrill is gone. Thrill is gone away from me. Thrill is gone. Thrill is gone away from me. And although I know I'll still go on, so lonely I'll be. gone, baby. It's gone away from me. Truth is gone away from me. Someday, you know, I'll be open on, baby, just like I know a good man should. You know, I'm free, free, free now. I'm free, free, free now. I'm free, free, free now. Free, free, free now. You know I'm free, can't you tell? I'm free, you know, hope you will. I wish you well. I wish you well. Wish you well. Wish you well.
Very nice. Very nice. So I gotta give a shout out to my wife. She just brought me a cappuccino. We just got an espresso machine today, and I'm so excited, and it's so good. So
Sleep for weeks.
man, coffee puts me to sleep. It's weird.
What?
Yeah, I have ADD, so bourbon is my upper and coffee's my downer.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. I can't help it.
It's like Ritalin. It's like Ritalin, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Is it? It's like Ritalin with creamer.
Right.
That's exactly it.
Man.
That's crazy. Not that I know. Not that I know. I'm just
Oh man.
along for the ride.
Our friend let us borrow their cappuccino maker, the espresso maker, and it was one of those automatic ones where you can like press the button and it just does it for you the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I did not sleep for weeks, but I was getting so much done. Right? Just getting up early. Yeah, exactly. 4 in the afternoon, press the button.
That's great.
That's crazy. So, what do you call Sonic? And we're gonna put you on. He's on the hot seat
Me?
because he's right here to my left.
Mm-hmm.
What would you call a sonic exploration, or your sonic
sonic?
safari? Sonic safari. How would you describe it in your words?
A sonic safari.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going on a trip, right? On a river.
On a river. Okay.
On a river. Okay,
On a river
that's
boat? I don't
so
know, man.
fitting. That's so
But you
fitting.
can, obviously, you're going to have a lot of different things that you're exploring, right, on a safari, and things are going to be unknown. So when you go on safari, you don't know exactly what you're going to see. You may go looking for cats, but like giant cats or something, and then you actually find wild boar. And so that's when you're with different musicians, you don't know what exactly is going to happen, right? What you're going to bump into. And so when you with a bunch of different people, magic. We don't like that word, right? Magic, but
Science.
we know what we mean. We're
Science.
thinking of it, right? Science happens, but we mean that figuratively. This magic that can happen, this energy that can be there. Like Dustin and I have talked about this. As a drummer, Dustin and I don't compete. He does what he does, and I do what I do. They're totally different.
I love that.
Right? And so there's no need for me to feel like worried about what Dustin's doing or vice versa. We just do different things.
Yeah.
And so what he's going to bring, I can't do, but what I do, he can't do. So each time somebody comes, it's kind of a gift of its own.
Yeah.
So if you bring in a guest, they're going to bring something that maybe you never expected. And I could think of like famous people who go out and do it, like Jack White. He'll grab somebody who's not within his genre at all.
Perfect example.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it's absolutely wonderful what they come up with.
Oh, his
It's
collab with
unexpected.
Beyonce is one of my favorite tracks of all
Right?
time.
It's,
Like, it's so good. It was on Lemonade. Check it out if you haven't.
Yeah.
him
And
with Alicia Keys, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's just dynamite.
And to your point about the river, like I use that analogy all the time for music because the river is the rhythm of it, right? The bass and the drums, and then you put the boat on top, which is the guitarist and the vocalist. So you have to flow in that current. You can weave between it and go left and right, but if you try to fight it, it's not going to work, and you're going to waste all your energy doing nothing but trying to go backwards. So, like, I love the river for using it as a metaphor for music because it is one of the best examples of what it is. Because there's so many layers, you can stack so many things in it, and then everyone on the banks, like, just watching what you're doing as you go by.
Hopefully not firing arrows at you.
But that's it. That's a sonic safari, right?
That can happen, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Like if you get a crowd or employees of a restaurant that are not feeling what you're doing, it will change the entire vibe of the show.
Right. Yeah.
And so it is very much independent on every experience that you're having on that minute. Because the next minute it can shift completely if someone
totally
leaves and the experience and the energy changes.
We've all been in a room where they were not liking what we've done. But most of the time that just remains. But I have been with Los when we played, they did not seem like they liked it, but we would win them over by the end of it, which is kind of fun. That's like, okay, they hate us right now.
Yep.
What can we do that's going to make them really enjoy what we're doing? And to see the room flip and then they're on your team, that's a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, we didn't know where you guys were going. Like, and it's dynamics, right? Just like the water, the currents change, rocks come in. It changes everything. Like right now, if you notice, if there's a shift in energy, the drummers are taking over, the natives are taking over, and I'm like, that's okay. I'm okay. I've been captain part of it, so now I let them take the dynamic, and I have less to say. And so, you know, the space between is greater.
Yeah.
You know, so I like that. And by the way, part of that Sonic Safari, these gentlemen enabled that because I like odd meters. I like music from around the world. I'm about to show you all. We're going to go to Peru and go Afro-Peruvian.
Let's do it.
And so that's a good example. And they empower or enable, whatever you want to call it, whatever's your preference of the expression. But because they're so willing to explore those odd meters, those time signatures that we may not be comfortable. And sometimes we even have to open a dialogue over a burger, and we're like, are we going to play that 1 2 3 4 5 6 or 1 2 3 1 2 3? You know, we have to talk about all that because I'm a percussion playing guitar as a percussionist, but I will always defer to them because they know their instrument and the timing better than I do. So I'm just like, I think we could do this, and they make it possible, if that makes any kind of sense. So anyway, before I regress or digress too much, because I do regress a lot.
I think so. Don't regress.
I won't regress or
You gonna play
digress.
something?
I'm going to play something.
All right,
We're going to do Afro-Peruvian. Here we go.
There it is.
The one thing I really like about Los's playing is it's I don't know if you do this on purpose or even any thought into it, but you come off as a conductor rather than a guitar player, because the things you do, they're so subtle, but if you know what you're waiting on, you know exactly where you're going. And so I get these time signatures that right when you do them, I'm there with you. And it's like, man, there's such subtle little calls that you're doing that if we play with them for any amount of time, we pick up on because they're consistent. So it's just like the stroke of a conductor with his baton. You know exactly what you're doing with every little hit you're doing it to call the response you want from your musicians. It's great.
Well, I appreciate that, and that means you've been listening. You've got big ears, and that's a good compliment. That's a good compliment. Yeah, well, honestly, I think all three of us, we've talked about this over a burger. I must be hungry because I keep talking about that. It's you're traveling. In your mind's eye, you're traveling. You can see yourself cutting brush, and you're coming into this area that you've never explored, and you see natives running at you, and you see crocodiles, and you see jaguars, and I'm imagining in my mind's eye, and I'm feeling in that motion, and so I'm trying to create that sonic, that scape, that space, And so sometimes if you notice, I'll end up having to close my eyes because I get overwhelmed by sensory. I don't know,
Overload.
Overload, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So and it's great to have you gentlemen because you guys give it the map, the parameters, the longitude, and I'm just traveling. And you guys are just there to help me bring it to fruition. So I'm in public, so you guys are my witnesses. You guys are my witnesses, and I'm thanking them. All right.
This is recorded.
This is recorded.
I approve of what you just said. You can't retract any of this.
I just paid you. I paid you a compliment, so I don't have to pay you anything else.
That's right. We'll work for compliments.
That's too funny, but it's true. That's why you're not getting paid today.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard me. I pay other times. I pick up the tab. I'll pick up the tab. I'll take care of it.
Dustin's my manager.
You're right.
He gets 10% of that. 10% of nothing.
Wait, don't be talking about numbers right now. Don't get us in trouble. We are going to grab that burger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm getting hungry.
I'm really hungry.
I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves out there. Yes, elephants and tigers of music.
Oh, wow.
I like Algenia's comments. She's so good at painting visual.
She's
with her
lions,
words.
elephants, and tigers. I was lion, tigers, and bears.
Lions and tigers. Yeah.
Bears.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks.
my.
I appreciate that. So anyway, today is a shorter show. It's only an hour, but that's because next week come back and we will have a 90-minute, hour and 30 minutes show. We will have a guest. And no numbers now, exactly. Algenia's like, no numbers. You're right. Thank you. I was like, don't do that.
Okay,
don't do
I
it.
won't. No numbers. Show me the money. No.
I know. Okay, I'll take care of you in a little while. Lawanda, thank you so much. I'm grateful that you guys think it sounds great. So there you have it. Today we talked about our sonic exploration, and I don't know if we came up with the term while we were eating a burger and talking about music, we may have come up with that sonic safari. If not, maybe I picked it up somewhere, in my subconscious. But I would like to say that we coined that phrase, and so you foundits are amongst those that help us flesh out exactly what that means to go on a sonic safari. So we hope that you join us again when we will go on another sonic safari, and who knows where we'll end up, but it's going to be fun. I promise.
That's it.
So
Awesome.
we got anything else to say, D, before we sign off?
Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you can, give this man a donation to his Cashapp. If we want to talk numbers. But, yeah. Help this man out. Let's make this thing happen more often, and that's how we do it.
Right.
Absolutely. We appreciate that. So, a little shameless self-promotion. No, I won't. Los at LosCastroMusic.com. I'm not going to do that. That's great. Thanks a lot for coming, Bill Grog and Isela and Lawanda and Algenia and everybody. You guys have been wonderful. Now you know, Walt Bush in the house, D-Set, Dustin Souther back there. Be listening, be tuned in, because we will be writing and recording and performing soon. So, see you guys next week live at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5.
Getting
See you guys.
close with Los in the Lounge of Sound.